Hello guys, thanks for joining me today. Um, a disclaimer before we start. I am new to streaming, so not really experienced with this kind of thing, so there will probably be issues, technical issues, noises in the background and so forth, so I do apologise in advance for those, but obviously this will come through with experience. I'm playing a game called, I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce this, probably wrong, but Kholat or Zola or something. And this is based on the Dilatov Pass incident. If you haven't heard anything about that, it was a group of students, Russian students, who decided to go on a trek for some reason, and all but one of them came back alive. The others died, perished. There were quite a few of them. Now the mystery behind it is once their bodies were found, those that died, the manner in which they were killed is what's really the mysterious thing about this whole case. And yeah, this game is based on that, which is really, really interesting. So I've played this game before, but I've recently built a new computer. I've reinstalled it on this computer and I'm going to give it a shot. It's a bit laggy for some reason. Right, that's a look. Oh. It's at 5K resolution and I can't change it. Oh. Vertical sync off. Well, we'll keep it like that for now. Go down to video advanced. Epic. Now this will be interesting. This will be very interesting. Audio. Back. Controls. It's pretty straightforward, really. Okay, let's just start the game. Start a new game. Yep. So it's a case that's always intrigued me since I was a kid. And
56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains, a group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Otorten mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat Siakal. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25th, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
So awesome, isn't it? You probably understand that if you were to hear about this case as a child, it really intrigues you. So, it still runs really smooth at 5k, so that's fine. Typical of Soviet era, the architecture and so on. Reminds me of Chernobyl. I wonder if we can go inside. Nope. No jump. No. That looks like a larder. Oh, what? So yeah, guys, I'm actually, even though I'm playing at 5k, I'm streaming at 1080. I know, pretty pointless, but... Can I go through here? What? I can't do anything. I really can't remember much about this game. Oh, this place. This part of Russia actually has always intrigued me, really. There were rumours that there were mammoths, even as late as the late 19th century. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea. Well, no one knows, really. Beautiful place, though. No. Can you see anything? Nope, nope. Have a look down here. Even though I don't remember much about this game, I do remember one thing, that you don't know where the hell to go, you don't know what to do. What's this? What's this? It's like a, you know, kind of walking simulator type thing. Go up here. The effects are really nice. Really feels as though you're there. Feel the bitter cold. Where do I go? There's no objective or anything. So I think when I first played the game, I was really bored. Because there's no objective. You can't do anything other than move around, and that's it really. And it reached the stage where I just said, oh, good lord. But it is a nice area to explore. That music. Okay, where am I? Yeah, so apparently with the Dilatov Pass incident, there was a local tribe, and they were the first group that people attributed to the deaths of those students. I think they're called Manzi or something like that. If I remember rightly. Manzi or Manzi. But of course, yeah, because apparently that particular tribe viewed the area which they died, the area which their tent was situated, as an ominous place that was cursed or something like that. So many people initially believed that they were responsible for the deaths of the students, but very quickly it transpired that that would not have been the case. There's no reason for them to have done it, and there's no evidence of that tribe actually having been there at the time. Because you have to bear in mind also that there was new, fresh snow on top of that. So, yeah, I'm glad that they were vindicated. Where the hell do I go? What's this? Nope. And also, remember guys, this is just from memory. The case has been of such interest to me personally that I've read a lot about it. I've actually read some of the newspapers from the time. Whoa. Drops 10 frames per second there. Yeah, I actually went as deep as to read some of the local newspapers, Russian newspapers from that period. And the newspaper I remember was the guy who survived. He felt really ill, so he decided to, just before they reached that location, he decided to go home, and hence why he's the only survivor. Hey, there's a face there, can you see it? Skull. Anyway. And it basically just gave his account, which I can't really remember, but he was a very lucky guy. And yeah, with their bodies, I think there was a above normal level of radiation, but that could have been attributed to the overall landscape. That could be like that could have occurred naturally within that particular area, you know, due to the rocks and magnetism and what have you. And as the intro suggested, one of them, I think it was the girl, her tongue was missing. But I don't really give too much credence to that, because they were out in the snow, in the freezing cold. Sorry, I'm not speaking properly because I can't really hear my voice too well, because the game's sound effects are quite loud. But yeah, I don't really give much credence to the tongue missing or what have you. I mean, it could have been an animal scavenging a jackal or something, or it could have simply fallen off when they were excavated, or when their bodies were retrieved because of the freezing temperatures, which things do break when they're cold. And yeah, so that's that. But the internal injuries are quite interesting. The thing is, when I first heard about the case, what? This looks to be the place. Okay, I'm pretty scared. I am more or less playing the game like I'm playing it brand new, like I've never played it before. Sure, I saw something there, guys. Yeah, when I first heard about the case, obviously, there was this whole issue about Soviet Russia and the USSR against the West, the Cold War, and you're never sure the extent of the media coverage and the information that came about from Soviet Russia, from the USSR. And that's what I thought initially, but...
Are you coming to me?
Am I? It's getting darker. Can you see around the... There's like a filter around the screen. Tunnel effect. But yeah, anyway, I was a bit skeptical about certain things. But then, as time went on, I did my own research, I realised that no, it was less likely that the Soviet Union would actually try to hide this. I mean, because, you know, this was their own people, there was no reason for them to actually lie about the incident. And one of the surprising elements about the case is how the official cause of death, and apparently whoever it was, whether it was a judge or whether it was someone in the medical field, said that they died from an unknown force, which is, you know, very ambiguous. It's open to huge interpretation. But it clearly shows that they were not trying to hide anything. They did not know. They didn't know how they died. So they were being quite honest by saying that they died by an unknown force. Which I found really, really interesting. Wow. Okay. So, pretty scared now. Well, if there's something down here, I can't do anything anyway. All I can do is just run. And that's it. What? Dun, 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 dun. What? Oh, crap. Jesus. Oh, that surprised me. Sorry, guys.
An insufferable
What?
burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
Which way do I go? Let's go down here. A light. I can't see any light. Let's run. Run, 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 run. What? The hell? Huh? It's just sending me back to where I was. can see some contours there. What? There's my footprints going over there. So if I went that way, go this way. Oh, come on. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone was breathing behind me. But there was speculation that, I mean, one of the other alternative examples or causes is that the Russians, or sorry, the USSR were conducting experiments in that area, and they were inadvertently killed in the process. Or some of them say that they were inadvertently killed, some of them say that they were purposefully killed. But I think that's unlikely, to be honest with you. I mean, these were students. I mean, there was, as I said before, the consensus, my feeling at least, was that the Russian government didn't feel as though they had to try and hide anything. I mean, because if that were the case, they would have blamed it on the local tribespeople. That would have been the easiest way to try and redirect attention away from themselves. But no, they accepted that it wasn't the local tribespeople, and they looked at all the other different avenues and they couldn't find anything. So, you know, all of these little like pieces of information led me to the conclusion that the USSR administration had nothing to do with it. And they weren't trying to hide the truth, which, because as I was saying before, the Cold War thing, we led to, you know, we were led to believe that the Russians and whatever, the Soviets, would do anything, and everything they were doing was wrong, would do anything to try and hide the truth. But no, that wasn't really the case. So yeah, we don't know how these people died. What am I supposed to be doing here? Am I supposed to be searching for something? The light. There's a light here. This light? Is this what you're talking about? I can't see no light. Oh, there's a light here, maybe? Now there's an invisible wall. Seriously, come on. Right there. Yep, I'm here. I can't see any lights. Light here. Very, very... Sorry guys, this is really boring. I can't see a thing. Okay, let's just run in one direction. One. What? Come on. What the hell? Lost my bearings there. Really can't see where I'm supposed to go. Is there like an inventory or something? What am I supposed to do? Come on! Oh, you see, I can see like a hill. Every time I try to approach the hill, it's a slight incline. It just resets Okay. I came from that direction. Just carry on down here. Can you see the black ring? It's the aperture thing. Oh, it's going away now. Go back. Yes, I'm quite close. Must be. At this? Yes. What? As you can see, guys, you can see firsthand why I gave up playing this game, because I just got bored. Terribly bored. In spite of how interesting the background story is, or the story upon which this game is based, I just couldn't tolerate it anymore. But I'm going to try for you guys, definitely. But I don't know where to go. There's nothing I can do. I can't access an inventory. I can't... The only thing I can do is just move, and I'm moving in total whiteness. Oh, here we are. Yes! Press E.
I am right behind you.
Oh, don't get too close, mate. I'm not that way inclined. CCCP. Alright, unlock the camps to use the fast travel between them. So far, yeah, it's been pretty
Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity
boring.
when others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will? When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment, and you could really not remember your sins, when they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark. The problem is that in their darkness, you have never been alone.
Wow. I can guess, I'm sure you can guess the actor who's doing the voiceovers. But, wow, look at that. F1. Running left, yes. Yes, I know that already. Survival. I had a flashlight right there. There we go. It's F. Okay, so let's have a look. You know what? This is where I last stopped playing, because I just... Yeah, this was the place, I think. But this was years ago, by the way. But, yeah... I don't know. I hope I've got the patience to actually get through this part. What in the world? Where's that paper noise come from?
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to be automatically assigned to the case. I arrived at Vishai on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue group. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well.
Just drinking a
I
beer,
decided to
guys.
use him as a guide.
Cheers!
When the rescue team had finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its sidewall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with something unnatural.
Which is quite interesting as well, because as the intro and as that fellow just stated, what the hell? Oh crap. Whoa. I have no idea what happened there. Maybe she's going up there. But yeah, what he was saying about the actual tent is quite interesting. Whoa, what's this? Apparently the tent was cut from the inside. Now, my belief is that it was an avalanche. And that explains away quite a few issues, you know, such as why they would run out in bare feet, why they would run out with very little clothing or what clothing they were wearing, why would they cut the tent from the inside, and so on. But of course, it doesn't explain why they suffered the injuries that they did. The internal injuries, as if they were in a car crash, but with no external abrasions or injuries, bruising on the outside of their bodies, on the actual skin itself. So yeah, the mystery continues. But the avalanche would, yeah, I mean, if you picture yourself in the same situation, there's an avalanche and you can hear it, and every single one of you jump out of the tent, cut your way out. It is kind of like understandable. What the hell is that noise? I'm really scared. Okay, what is this joke? It's actually a really big game. All this to explore. Okay, so I take it this was the place that I just escaped death from. And so this is... Yes, that would make sense. So I'm actually here. What's this? Sort of bridge. Can I place a marker? Nope. something up here. So if I were to... Let's have a look. If I was to carry on... Do I have a compass? Yes, I do. Yeah, if I was to carry on down here... I'll just check one more time. Sorry. Ah, so I see. So the compass has that no bearing. The actual compass I'm holding is not changing relative to where I'm pointing the marker on the map. So that would suggest that, okay. I need to go down here. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. What's that noise? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This leads to those caves which I saw on the map, I believe. Oh, I'm pretty scared. Can you see a cave anywhere? Hello? Anyone hearing me? Seems. Yes, this is it. Oh crap. No, please. I don't like this. But I can't do anything. There's a monster in here. What can I do? Apart from run. Telescopic vision activation. X-ray vision. I wish. Here's stupid wolf. Hate wolves, thanks to Tomb Raider. Who the hell? Shut up! Really? The breath smells. Okay, so according to the map that we were looking at, the cave connected to a path that led to another series of caves. Where it leads, I don't know. Seems as though I can't get past here. How do I get up here? Well, looks as though I can't go up there anymore. Oh well. Just because I'm scared. Is there a jump button? Jump. Nope, that's journal. Keep pressing spacebar thinking that I can jump, but I can't. No, please. I mean, look at the size of that wall. I mean, come on. Honestly. I can't climb that. Look, it's sloping up. Oh well. Too bad. Chicken. Anyway, let's leave this place. I obviously can't go up there. Not yet, anyway. Oh, shut up. Please shut up. Not interested. So, what else was on the map? There was a bridge. Yeah, roughly. This is from memory. Let me think. Okay. And what were those guys? Those guys who are on fire running? There's like 3 or 4 of them. Maybe I need to follow them and follow the path that they took. I don't know. So that's the center over there, and the tent that I found was somewhere up there. So the bridge. The hell is wrong with my vision? So where's that tent? There it is, yep. So if I remember rightly, in fact we're actually here, so might as well just go and check. There's a bridge over here. Is that a bridge? I'm not sure. As you can see, we were just there in that tunnel that leads to some more tunnels, as you can see. But we can't get through there. So we're back here. So just over here should be a bridge. Oh, sorry, an I, whatever the I stands for. Whoa. I for information, maybe? I for Ivan? I for Igor? I remember the leader of the group was called Igor Dilatov. Boy, I had to think really hard there. Yeah, the whole incident was named after the leader of the group, Igor Dilatov. Ah, it is a bridge. Seems my map reading skills haven't totally abandoned me. So, I think. God damn it! I didn't read beyond this bridge. Oh look! 27 north, 52 east. Can't really see. How do I see the compass? Let's see. 27 north, 52 east degrees. What? I don't know what that means. What does that say? 27 north 2. What does C mean? What does HD mean on compass? 27. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, I'm just gonna go up here. I saw something up here anyway, so. Whoa. Thought I saw The Predator. Right, okay, so, no. Sure it's down here. Nope. Nope. Yes, we're in the right place, I'm sure. No, I'm not absolutely sure. Pretty scary, guys. How's that? Massive chain. Somewhere around here, apparently. Yeah, it's up here. Yeah, 27. Nope, we're moving off now. Oh no, we're back on track. Somewhere around here? No. I have no idea what those numbers mean, really. But, yeah, guys, I'm gonna chicken out. I'm gonna stop the game. I know. Oh, you... What the hell was that noise? You cop out. Sure. According to my calculations, it should be around here. Oh, look. Must be. Okay, I'm lost. Totally and utterly lost. But we're still on course. No, we're not. I have no idea where we are. And of course, I've no idea where that... What was it? 2756. So, yeah, if you want to find out more about the Dilatov Pass incident, I, really urge you to find out more, because it's interesting, and it would be very interesting to hear your interpretations, what you think might have happened. And there are lots of incidents. Well, I wouldn't say lots, but there are a couple of incidents around the more rural parts of modern-day Russia, such as the Tunguska incident, whereby some sort of force caused all the trees around a certain epicenter to be completely and utterly flattened. And there's been there hasn't been a full explanation as to how that happened. There's another cave here. Is this the same one? No, I don't think it is. Anyway, let's go inside. Well, there was a skeleton there. Now, what the hell is this? I recognise that symbol there. That was on the floor at the beginning of the game. Mushrooms. Shrooms! Take me out of my misery. I don't remember seeing another cave. Unless this is one of the other ones that's connected to the first one that we went to. See, this one splits up. Don't think I can go up here anyway. Oh. Seems to be ice. I can't actually crouch, can I? Oh yes, I can. Oh god, I'm scared. I don't want to go on. I don't want to go any further. What? I'll come back in a week or two. I'll have lost enough weight by then. So, yeah, let's go up here. Now this has been down there. It goes back up here. Ah, small coordinates. 15 and 77 east. Degrees east. What was the first one? 2750 something. Do I need to write these down or something? Have a look at the journal. Logbook. Survival. Hello? How do I actually access these? What? Every time I press J, it just closes. Reports. I can't click on anything. Oh, good God. Okay, well I've got the mushrooms. That's enough, right? The hell? So, yeah, this is like an adventure game, walking simulator game, and if it doesn't really tickle your fancy, then, you know, well, you will get bored very, very quickly. I will end the game here. I'm feeling pretty tired, but I will say that I will carry on the series if anyone wants it. Otherwise, I'll probably just chicken out again. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. Until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.